If I told you one bolt could cost more than a luxury car, you'd probably laugh. That's exactly what happened. So if I told you that one bolt, costing less than $5, triggered over $80,000 in repairs, not a hurricane, not a ship collision, not a design flaw, just one failed boat. Today we're breaking down the engineering chain reaction that turned a tiny component into an expensive disaster, and how proper dock engineering prevents it. This dock looked perfectly normal during inspection, no visible cracks, no excessive movement. Nothing suggested a major problem. Then one connection failed. When inspectors arrived, they discovered something surprising. One bolt had fractured. The overload continued. A second bolt failed. Then another. Within hours, an entire dock connection separated. Repairs eventually exceeded $80,000, not because of the bolt itself, but because of everything attached to it. Not because of the bolt itself, but because of everything attached to it. So most people assume bolts fail because they're weak. That's rarely true. Bolts usually fail because the loads change. Every structural connection is designed assuming all fasteners share the work. When one disappears, the math changes instantly. Each remaining bolt experiences significantly higher stress, and that additional stress increases fatigue. Fatigue creates microscopic cracks, and those cracks grow with every wave, every boat wake, every tide, until another boat fails. Then the cycle repeats. This wasn't an overload failure, it was a fatigue failure. Fatigue is dangerous because damage accumulates silently. The bolt doesn't bend first, it doesn't give obvious warning. Instead, tiny microscopic cracks grow over months or years. Everything appears fine until one day it isn't. This is why engineers pay close attention to cyclic loading in marine environments, water movement, thermal expansion, boat impacts, wind, daily loading cycles. All of these contribute to fatigue. How could this have been prevented? This entire failure could likely have been prevented through routine engineering practices. First, use the correct bolt specification. Second, torque every connection properly. They should all be at the same tightness. Third, protect against corrosion. Fourth, inspect for fatigue before visible damage occurs. And finally, design with redundancy whenever possible. Because in structural engineering, the goal isn't simply making something strong. It's making sure one small failure never becomes a catastrophic one. Engineering isn't just about calculations, it's about understanding how failures begin. Sometimes the biggest disasters don't start with massive storms. Sometimes they start with one overlooked bolt, one failure, one lesson. If you're responsible for docks, marinas, or waterfront infrastructure, never underestimate the smallest connection, because sometimes the least expensive part becomes the most expensive failure. So this is from the Real Engineering Case Studies from the marine industry, One Failure, One Lesson series. Every failure has a lesson, and every lesson makes the next structure safer. One broken bolt costs $80,000, and here's why is the title of this video. If you would like a copy of the blog and the pictures, send a message to PJ at pennyvilledocks.com. And please, if you like this video and would like to see more like this, like the video, click the like button, subscribe, and it would be wonderful if you leave a comment. something else you'd like to see, what lake you live on, if you've ever seen this happen to a dock. I would appreciate all comments, and I will respond.